good as we rock and roll here?
I predict probably EndZone take it out. As much as I call them hackers, I reckon they've worked hard to get where they are. SYF, I don't know. They got some good players, definitely, but I reckon EndZone want it more than what SYF do.
So, actually, I'm going to go and... Who are we waiting on? Can you just run us through the teams, Uber, while I quickly go and grab Miller?
No worries, yes indeed. So EndZone bringing to the party tonight the Zeus Man, Casey, Killerbot, Bully and Spreek. Oh, I think... Zeus, yeah, that always gets me the way he spells his name. And on this SYF side of things, we do have the Tato Man, Sammy, Blood, Rez and Andre here. So pretty well-known group of players there. Blood keeps himself a bit more on the forums, but he's always there in the core lineup for SYF. An excellent player, old mate. Rez, of course, coming in relatively recently after the demise of... I think Plus. Andre obviously been in for a little while as well, so you know, a bit of a mix of new and old here in the SYF lineup, but EndZone as well coming out fresh, being picked up by the new organisation here, so expecting to see some good stuff from them. Killerbot is going to pull some weird stuff off. I watch him every now and then, and he just does some weird stuff as well. Spreek going to be ever so sharp. It's going to be a big one. Savage, Savage mate, who do you think are the players to watch tonight?
EndZone, definitely probably Zeus and Killerbot, as you said, and probably SYF, maybe Tato and Blood.
Welcome to Miller. How are you, buddy?
Hello, mate.
Oh, look at that. That's such a sexy voice. Such a sexy voice.
Oh my god, it's so fucking loud.
Oh, dear. You guys do realise, well, especially you, Miller, ecstasy is burning. Like, right now, there are flames coming out
by me.
Yeah, he's not happy.
And I quote, "This is a joke. We are no
Decent
longer
cast,
brothers.
finally.
Fuck you. We are no brothers. I hate you." Shout out to Ecstasy, because he mad. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it is on like Kong. This is the third map of 3. We've been over the previous 2. It's gone one apiece each, and we've ended up here on the map of Strike after Veto. It is going to be all on like Kong as the EndZone players roll down the hill. SYF start to push across over towards that A site. One player goes on in, but Spreek's nade is a sensational one. Tato and Andro get nerded up beyond ridicularity as Spreek then follows up, taking out Rez. It'll be Cakesy to take out Blood, but the damage is already done. Sammy still stands in a god-awful position at Suicide Bins. He comes around the corner, just gets some hit fire into Sammy, and then done over by Bully. So onto Cakesy and then done over by Bully. So 1-0 on the Oz Gamer scoreboard. That that was impressive. Not bad, Spreek. Good job.
Did anyone see the shot Bully just pulled off then?
No.
No, I missed it.
Just jumped around
a bit
the corner,
underwhelming
shot
round.
with a-
Alright, don't let me stop you. Sorry. Well, I'm doing next to you on you. Sorry, we'll get you in a second, but a bit of an underwhelming round there from SYF, but Rez makes up for that little bit of indiscretion there with a quick double down. Now Casey and the Bully Man hit the deck. Impact players from last round going down. Speak with a lovely nade. I thought it was quite funny how Sammy just jumped out just from bins and ripped Casey, who I think was bearing down upon him now. But there we go, Spreek on the Tato. And Sammy on the Zeus Man now, so we do see a 3v2 situation. Yeah, he's not bad, is he? Last round he did pretty much the same thing coming out of double bin. But now we do see the Blood, he's watching front A, just sitting tight, not going to poke his head out too far. Rez going to try and control mid-street now from 3-door, but he's got a player coming bearing down on him from those city bins there. Couple shots into bottom, make it good, but he's not good enough to take out Spreek with hit fire there. Blood on the Killerbot though, so it is Spreek, the last man sitting now. He is in 3-door. Bit of a tough spot now. He's got to cross out of here at some stage, and A is being held heavily. I think he'll be able to cross out without too much problem, but he's got to pick up that bomb, and then he's got to kind of orchestrate some kind of a solo push into the A side. We've seen some good stuff from the man so far tonight already, but will it be enough? He's going to be watched there from Garage Wall there. He sees the head poke out, but he gets lucky. He's going to use that car. Instead of heading to bottom mech, he decides to get aggressive and push, but here we go. 2 SYF players bearing down. 1 Garage Wall, 1 inside A and Blood. We'll take that frag there. 1 a piece it is, and my deepest apologies to you, Savage. How rude of me to talk over you.
Don't worry.
Spreek
You'll
got
never see a
something.
shot like
Spreek didn't play the last 2 maps.
Didn't he? Why not?
No,
Poor Sav.
I don't know. I don't think he was on.
Savage, you may talk for approximately
Sorry, Savage.
20
again.
seconds. Go.
I hate you all, you're all gonna get it.
Did he just cut himself off? Because
We're
that
not
wasn't me.
brothers anymore.
That wasn't me.
I don't know.
Anyway, it's a 4-on-2 situation here. Cakesy is still standing, as is Spreek. It is going to be Tato, Sammy, Rez, and Andre. Is it a good swap, Miller, to bring Spreek in? Like, who's he popped out for?
Yes. Clown Soldier, I'm pretty sure it was.
Oh,
and It
definitely.
wasn't very much.
Okay, so it's a decent pickup. So Spreek just coming
I
in.
can't see why he wasn't playing before. If he wasn't home.
No, well, that seemed to have been the case, as Spreek grabbing a couple of kills in the short space of time that we were just talking there, and making it a 2v2 situation now. So Zeus has picked up one of the kills so far, and I think Spreek has got the other two. So as I say that, Spreek grabs himself another. Sammy is the man remaining, and he is like a bee to the honeypot, coming across towards where Spreek is ripping people to pieces. So he's found a player, takes a shot, god-awful shot with a deagle in hand, and not even getting near taking out Cakesy, who I assume, no, in fact, it'll probably be Spreek.
No, he's dreaming.
Spreek will grab a fourth.
Great.
And that is what
9
Miller
for
is
1
talking about.
already?
Wow.
Super sub.
That is actually a phenomenal super sub. So 2 rounds to 1 on the Ausgamers scoreboard, Uber.
Yes, indeed. I think, I mean, Clown Soldier's the kind of player who loves to rush with the SMG, but really Spreek come in, gives a bit more balance to the team. We've got that scope that's just going to be solid there, so he's really just filled out the team nicely, and he will continue to frag tonight. Here we go, the Killabot going down early to an A there. Sammy managing just to dash around the side there to front of Cap. He's going to hold front A now, as we do see a push coming in to the left of screen if you're watching Sammy. Blood onto Zeus now, and Andre picks up Casey pushing front A, so nice work from 3-door there. Sorry, from the statue, should I say. He's got some good cover on front A. Good work from the SMGs inside A. Tato adding to the tally there. Spreek hits the deck. And the last man standing is Bully in one position that I often find myself in and hate, being the bomb bitch. The last one in bottom mech, and he gets taken down by Rez from 3-door there. So pretty cut and dry around there, RC. 2-2 on the Ausgamers scoreboard, mate.
Yeah, 2 rounds apiece on this game of scoreboard. Just a quick look at the player count, or the player scoreboard there. Spreek 10-2, and then the rest of his team's done shit all. 2-1-1-0. KB not even registering on, and once again he won't. He is 005, ladies and gentlemen. We'll come back to you on that one. K who is probably what most people are saying, because that player is a former shadow of his former self in a lot of respects. He's playing with a sensitivity which I would still regard as far too high, and I'm sure many people would agree with me. Cakesy still standing for EndZone, starts to come down from spawn. He gets done over by SYF. Blood will be the man who's credited with the kill. It is very, very horrible. I'll try and get on to KB for the next rollout, and everybody can see exactly how ridiculously oversensitive his mouse is.
Well, that was good
exactly why.
back when we played with him, man. But he doesn't play enough these days. He's just not suited him at the moment.
Take it away, Uber.
Yeah, definitely, and I can see these little twitches as well. His fine aim's going to struggle. I'm a low sense kind of gamer, but I haven't really tried to use it, so I'm sure it has its merits to him. But didn't really help there. He picks a shot on Tato though, so missed the double palms guy, but he's made good on that one. And then now Sammy and Andre adding it up there for SYF. Oh, look at that. Rez throws it on the kill feed as well. It's a 3v2 situation. Round 10 on its head in a matter of seconds now. Spreek pushing into B. There is one on the other side of Glitch Wall. Spreek can hear him, or perhaps sense him. Now he's just going to push his way through. Lovely work there, Spreek on Andre now. He's going to have one on his immediate left, but will cross to Sammy now in A. He's going to start making his way towards A. And just try and bolster the defense there, because it is Rez is up against it now. He's trapped in that glitch wall cutout, and he's beset upon all sides there now. Spreek cops some tagging inside B though, so good work just to get him to back off, really. But there we go, Sammy, lovely work. He's come through in the nick of time, picked up Spreek top of the scope building, and Rez on a Killabot there. So Killabot now, well, you got a frag that round. You got one frag, got that scope shot onto Tato. Welcome to the game, Killabot. Take it away, RC.
4 rounds to 2 on the Ausgamers scoreboard. It is a defensively biased map, so it's not unexpected that SYF have grabbed the lead. It's just that the rounds that they're getting are looking very ugly for EndZone. They're being quite dominant. As I say, that Spreek's nade is a good one. Goes deep, takes out Sammy without even realising there was a nade bouncing in front of his face. He is smashed to the ground, and he will be the only player to drop so far in the round. 4 rounds to 2, still stands, and it is a 5v4 player count. Shots from Blood are... Uh-oh. What do you disagree with?
This is not a defense map anymore.
It's attack bias, man.
I asked this... No, see, I asked this to Ecstasy the last game because I wanted to know... I wanted to know, because of that, and this is the exactly reason why, because of how you guys played against Sequential and how Sequential played against you, about how the map plays. And I asked Ecstasy, didn't I, Savage? And he said, and I quote, yeah, it's still slightly defensively biased. Well, I don't quote, but I say pretty much along the lines of what he said. And I still tend to agree. I still think that going into it, the defense has a bias, but I just think that it's a much more evenly contested map now. As Rez goes spastic, 1, 2, 3, grabs himself a plus 15, and then gets dumped on his ass. It's going to be cakesy to try and tidy up the spoils of what Rez has put in place for him, and he needs to, of what Rez has done to his side, and he needs to get his game on. He's going to get the bomb plant down. He takes the shots over towards Statue. Players are coming to him. One's coming up front, one's coming to the side. Andre will get the kill, and that will be another SYF round. It was a good attempt until Rez decided to play hardball, and it'll be 5 rounds to 2 on this game of scored. I'll leave that one with you, Uber. I still believe it is a defensively biased map. I still believe there is a bias to the defensive team to have an advantage.
Depends on the teams, RC.
Of course it does, but as a
really does.
general comment, absolutely it is defensive.
I really think the balance of power is shifting on this map. I mean, attacking teams are a lot more confident.
In CGP, it's attacking. In lower, I think it's still defense.
No, I disagree. If I put Frenetic Array and Voximanor on this map, then I think that both teams are going to come away very, very tightly knit, and I would put 8-7 either way, and that still, to me, screams of a good map. If I put Mind Freak on this map against Frenetic Array, I would expect the defensive side to get a bias. I would expect that. If I put Frenetic Array on this map against Fighting for Freedom, absolutely it's going to be defensively biased. See, so I do agree with you that it is based on the team, but I still think two tightly matched teams are going to have a defensive bias.
I got reasoning behind it.
Okay. Here we go.
Well, get your comments in on the stream, guys.
It's the way Mind Freak, Vox, and X5 to an extent now, and Frey all play this map now, is they all go 3-man B, 2-man A, but slow A. And teams haven't adapted to that yet, and they always come out with a lead on attack. Always. We took X5 to like 10-5 on attack.
Yeah, no, I've got to back what you're saying there. And only because we've seen
the metagame switched from where it was.
Don't talk about metagame. We're not playing fucking Dota 2 now, Josh.
Push. Until teams adapt to that B push, I think it's attacking right now.
Savage, because you're being so noisy, can you please pipe in and give us an opinion on this?
No, I still reckon this is a very attack bias map.
Fuck the lot of you. Uber, take it away.
No.
Yeah, look, I don't know. I've done it. I actually blame you for that time, Savage. Yeah, so a big shout out to Rez. He went big the other round, and we were just talking shit over his like 3 down or whatever. He was ripping. So nice one there, Mr. Rez. But yeah, I mean about this map really, it remains to be seen. I think that the induction of the split play strategy changed it a lot. Instead of straight A, straight Bs, now you get players splitting off. 3 to B, 2 to A, B goes to bomb. But it really does depend. But we'll leave that for another time. Get your comments in on the stream. Get your comments into us on Xfire. Let us know. We'll hopefully include some of your opinions in there because let's be honest, we care about most of the community's opinions. Most of them. Anyway, Arcee, take it away.
5 rounds to 4 on the Ozgamer scoreboard. Just watching Sammy as the rollout occurs. Bully's Nate is a good one. He's going to take out that man who did so much good damage just a little while ago. He just took out Killerbot on his way out the door, and it'll be a 4v3 situation now as Tato goes 1-2s. He's at the front of the A side, and he has just gone and ripped up. No, he's not. In fact, there was blood up the front of the A side, so Tato's just making sure the backdoor bandits get chucked in the bin out the back of Marketplace, and he's waiting for another one to come to him just in case. He thinks he heard some noise. He'd be right if he's looking at his mini-map. He won't see anything, but we do, and he now starts to make his way around the corner inside of Bakery. He'll pop his head around the corner. He won't see the player next to him for a second or two, and then he will switch to Spreek, who was right alongside him. And different targets, but they were both looking down the same road, and Tato in the end will finish off the round. He had a good one for his side. It'll be 6 rounds to 4 on the Ozgamer scoreboard.
Yes, indeed. I tell you what, Spreek is doing to these guys what Snow did to us the other night. He's just ripping at the moment on the attack side. He's just really, his entry frags are spot on. He's got the AK as well, so he's not exactly scoping. He's not picking people like on the cross and stuff, but he's just playing very, very well. However, Caster's Curse comes into play there as he gets picked up by Blood, and SYF looking pretty good now. They've got them players. It is a 5v3 situation now. We do see Sammy up on the wall, and big shout out to Pistol. He says it doesn't matter what bias is on each map, he'll rip cunts on either. Yeah, maybe with your cheats, mate. There we go. Rez picks up one inside. Butcher there. Lovely work there. Just some tappy-tap action now as he pushes into A. He's going to go to those double bins. We do see 2 EndZone players. Bottom mech. Oh, yes. A place I often find myself in. when my team gets pushing A. There we go, blood onto Zeus there, so wasting no time, the SYF guys. So let's just cut the crap and finish this round there. Lovely work there. SMG is coming to play big time. Rez looking very nice, 14-7, but it is 7-4 on the OzGamer scoreboard in favour of the SYF crew, RC.
Yeah, just a quick look at the OzGamer scoreboard. Spreek really carrying, as you guys are saying, 18-8. He is stepping up big time for EndZone here, but they need to have somebody backing him. They need to have somebody alongside him, because otherwise they're going to find it a real struggle in the later rounds, because he just can't carry the weight of a team on his shoulders the whole time, I'm sure of it. But he's doing some very good work so far, as Rez just taking shots to a player coming through to Cafe. So is Andre down deep. KB's nade is a good one as it takes out Rez, but Blood will grab a retaliatory before Tato takes out the Killerbot. Tato takes out the bully as well, and then Spreek. Oh, that man, he is never off our tongues, is he? As he grabs himself another kill, he starts to make his way over towards the mid. Yes, he sees a player in the front of A. He waits for him to pop over to the side. He didn't oblige. He pops up to the top. Oh, there he goes. Bangs him in the bum,
he's just too good.
And takes him down as he creates a new hole where one shouldn't be. Andre takes out Zeus, and now it is going to be Spreek v Andre. Let's see what Spreek can do as the player bails towards double palms, and he will get oh, here we go. No, Andre's going to go crawling, and that is dodgy. That is... He's been practicing with spatula, that man. It is 8-4 on the OzGamer scoreboard.
Spreek had the momentum. He had the impetus. Yeah, he's picked up that player there, and he's decided to, he should have heard that Blood was going to go onto the double palm. You need to get that wall between you and the pushing player, and just really watch the crossover. Blood had it covered there. He played, superior position, and Spreek just crawled his way towards him. He was obviously going to poke. He was obviously going to be watched there, so I don't know. I'm not sold on that tactic there. But Rez picks up Zeus there. Rez playing very, very nicely as a counterpart to the Spreek man now. Casey picking up Rez, though, as he pushes Blood now, trying to hold in A, but Casey out of 3 doors picked up 2. That should never happen. SMGs in A should never get picked off by an AK in 3 door. Unacceptable, really, and Casey's almost had a dig at another one there, seeing front cap up, and that is the Sammy man. He's got his SMG now, he's looking into cap, he sees a bit of movement there, doesn't manage to connect though, and I think the Spreek man will manage to get out alive. Or was it Bully? I'm not sure now, but he is in mid-street now. Now we've got that player Casey dominating in 3 door. The EndZone guys have got the freedom to use mid-street for whatever they like. Casey with a third down to Tato, get on his level, ladies and gentlemen. He's just dominating the mid-street now. EndZone just la 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 like candy from a baby there, but the flash comes in lovely from Sammy, well timed and well placed. But they are approaching on his position now. 3 sitting on stat now. Andre needs to get in position, but Spreek's watched him, and this is going to be an absolute rip-roar now. They're going to move towards B because Sammy's in deep crap there. He's picked up Casey. Nice work. He needs to now act right now. He needs to push. He needs to change his position. He needs to do something unexpected now. We're going to see one of the EndZone players sit back and watch the push out of double palm. And there it is. Bully picks him up there, so not bad at all from Sammy. The flash was good, but Andre needed to support Sammy better. He knew he was kind of throwing himself into the fire by trying to poke garage wall, and he really got ripped there. So maybe going to double palm and just holding, and maybe just watching the push down mid-street would have been better. But lovely work from Casey there, who allowed them to control mid-street with some excellent play out of 3 door, RC.
Zeus has a good rush as he pushes across over towards the back of Mechanics and unloads his nades, both a frag and a smoke, but Spreek has done the work for his team already. He's picked up 2, make that 3. Zeus is going to grab himself 1, and then Spreek will take the show over. And if it wasn't for Zeus ruining his round, it would be a nice easy one for him. 8-6 on the OzGamer scoreboard. It is definitely the Spreek show, 25-9 on the OzGamer scoreboard.
Ridiculous.
Coming in cold, not playing all night to go 25-9 in not even a half.
Yellow.
There we go. It goes down earlier to Tato. I don't know. He's just ripping. He's on the way for an easy 40 bomb if he keeps playing well. EndZone are impressing. Their attack, their attack push is good. The defensive SYF isn't bad. It really isn't. A seasoned team should be able to hold the defense well, especially EndZone, a little bit newer, but their rushes are well orchestrated. And Casey, again, into 3 door. SYF need to send someone in 3 door. I don't care who it is, they need to send someone in there. They need someone to pre-fire the opening as soon as they walk through. They need to take mid-street because look at this. Now we've got 4 of the EndZone players just sitting on mid-street now, just poking over into A, giving Blood, I think, absolute hell as he's sitting tight. Rez is trying to hold the double palms, as I said earlier, but Casey's picked him up now. It's going to be a B. Killerbot's picked up Blood, and there you go.
That's what I mean.
He does crazy shit. Ridiculous.
What was that?
It's ridiculous.
I want somebody to make that into a small movie because that was ridiculous.
What did he do? I didn't even see.
He flicked over to the right, and then he flicked back to the left, and he went too far past the target and still killed the guy. That was ridiculous. I love you, KB. Always doing shit like that to make me go
KB.
the fuck. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it is 8 rounds to
He
7
always
on
hits
the
the hard
Oz.
ones.
He does, doesn't he? He does always. 8 rounds to 7 on the Oz Gaming Scoreboard.
Misses the city.
SYF Miller says it like it is. 8 rounds to 7 on the Oz Gaming Scoreboard.
Yep.
It is SYF with the lead at the halftime break, and probably not the best one, but a lead nonetheless, and they will try and capitalise on it. This is, of course, the NVIDIA Gear Up for Battle competition, ladies and gentlemen. These two teams fighting for that one remaining position at LAN to join the 7 others who are ready to rock and roll. They'll be booking themselves now, all the boys from Mecca, because they are assured. And now it's all up to the work of these two teams to try and make their impact. ZUS is going to take out Blood, and it's going to be Tato left to make a massive impact in the game, but it's going to be a struggle for him as he's stuck down the bottom of mechanics and with nowhere to go but dead. ZUS will take him. It'll be 8 rounds apiece on the Ozgamer scoreboard.
Yes, indeed, and here it comes here. EndZone, you know, with a pretty decent performance on attack last half now, have the opportunity to sit back. You know, this will be where our little theory about the bias on this map might be tested. Both these teams playing some good Call of Duty. I would put EndZone out in front by at least the nose at the moment. They're just playing a little bit more dynamically. I'll put it down to that. I'm just gonna throw a vague word in there to try and encompass what I'm saying. But there we go. A Blood cops a face. They've got a mech and Sprigmate's good on that one with a nade. Looked like he'd been shot from 3-door there, but no one's there. So now Andre forced to make a very late cross on the street. He's lucky he didn't get picked there. Rez on the Sprig though with the AK-47. Bully sitting top of B house. Zeus trying to get onto that tap, so one fails yet again. You know what? I'm just gonna watch you. Let's see how you got at that time. Lovely work, Zeus. He's going to sit and just watch the push into A now. Nade coming down, not too far from his nose now. And we do see Tato sitting in bottom mech. Very interesting way these teams are set up. We've got one, he's just waiting to push it into his bottom of mech now. And Rez sees that guy on the mech wall there. Just sends him packing with a few shots and make him step back for a moment. Andre sitting in cap, trying to get that entry frag. In fact, he's going to need a few entry frags because Zeus sitting at tap's wall is going to be causing all kinds of headaches for him trying to get him. Casey on a Tato, Andre on a Casey there, so he's waiting for the player to cross. But the cat's out of the bag now for Casey, for Blood in cap, sorry. And yes, Andre now trying to push, and Zeus too good there with the AK-74U. Lovely work, Sammy. Onto the Zeus man. And it's all happening here. The frags are going wild. Rez, last man standing, trying to push into A. There, Rez, Bully, 1v1 situation now. Time is ticking. Rez needs to get to that bomb. Bully's going to duck back to double pump. Smart move. I would possibly get behind the flower pot, though, the tree, and just poke out, because he might miss the cross here. He wasn't quite watching well enough now, and Rez is going to get across easy, but he's going to cop a couple shots there. Bully, mate, you could have worked better on that cross. He probably should have sat back and just watched more directly towards Cap. We're going to see a player get down. Bully's going to get the tags there. And some clever pokes there from the Bully man as he picked up Rez.
Great poke.
Yeah, smart.
I'm impressed. 9 rounds to 8 on the Ozgamer scoreboard. I honestly didn't think he'd have that, and he must have just got the right pixel just through that the glitch on the corner of the bomb there. So that's nice work from Bully. As KB's opening smash on Tato taken down. I think that I'm not sure to anybody watching KB, but I think that was the window glitch at the back of 3-door. So good work there from KB to pick up the player early on in the piece. As Rez inside of 3-door, just in behind the bar area, he or the counter, if you will, takes out a couple of shots onto a player. Can't quite take him down, and already a 5-on-3 situation here. EndZone with the player count lead, and quite happy with their work. Sammy takes out KB. Sammy with the scope, rather interestingly, here in the second half.
As
Spree once again dominating. AK-47, yeah, you can keep your scope. I got me some iron sights, sucker. As I say that, Spree just tapping away at a player, and I think it looks like Andre inside a 3-door. Casey will do the damage to finish him off. No +3s for Spree though, as Bully recovers off some damage and then takes out Rez to finish the round. It is solid gaming here for EndZone. I have to say, if you're talking about confidence, EndZone got this.
Yes, indeed. It's a good work rate from most of them. Their Killabot lagging behind at the moment. I guess the smokes are coming up early and they're coming up well. KB's getting a few randy shots here and there, but perhaps consider changing to an AK to really make his presence known here, because SYF aren't really hanging around in mid-street now as Rez picks up Sprig. So a key player down for the EndZone crew now. Heavy tag on the Rez, but he's still standing as Zeus is going to push into Cap now. But he's just going to sit in the G spot by that vending machine, and there we go. Killabot on the Blood. Lovely nade late as onto mid-street, and Blood will be shaking his head in dismay after that one there. Sammy onto Killabot. We're going to see Sammy pushing the B side now. He's the only one there. Let's see if he can mix it up a bit and cause some havoc for the EndZone crew now, because we do see Casey sitting in A, and Zeus, I think, is also in Cap. Zeus is going to try and push out of Cap and do some damage, but he may be a bit out of position. He'll probably take bottom mech there. Oh, Tato goes down, but the cat's out of the bag now, and Zeus going to head to top mech. He's going to get a shot from behind, if I'm not mistaken. Oh! Rez is going to wait to see him come up the stairs, and lovely work there. That's how it's done. And perhaps Zeus, no, he did the right thing actually. I just think, yeah,
No,
Rez had
he
good positioning there.
didn't.
And hard to take him.
No, he didn't. It's much easier to take him from the driveway, backing yourself up and backing yourself to kill the guy in the window. Just stay away from top mech, you spits. Don't know how many times I have to say it. Blood, his nade is early. It takes out Spreek, key player taken down here for EndZone. Can they recover without him on the map? As Semi's nade is ridiculously nerdy. Just lands exactly where he wants it to, but no target at the same time. And as Rez takes out Bully, Cakesy walks up the stairs to Cafe and says, yo, what up to Semi, takes him down. But Cakesy is then retaliated on by that man, the Blood, on screen as he rocks across to A-side. KB gets a kill onto Rez. Is it KB's moment for a few seconds here as he goes over double palms, has a look over towards the sandbags. Can't see anybody at sandbag on statue. Poke, he did, but KB no good. He poked for KB, but KB still showing a whole lot of impatience, and that's probably a lack of time playing the game, as Miller has pointed out a little bit earlier on. Waiting for the player, still can't pick up the kills in front of him, and it'll be 10 rounds apiece on the Ozgamer scoreboard. Miller, when you were playing with him, like, what could you say to the guy to sort of change the way? Oh, hello, Miller. Fuck you. Savage, tell me what you like about this game so far and what you don't like, because you're really noisy. Whoa, Sammy, taking out KB.
I don't like Spree, like the way he's playing. He's just playing very erratic. Like, you can't predict what he's going to do. It looks like he's playing more of a backup line. Well, right now, he was, like, getting the kills, and now he's just getting outdone. Like, the last 3 rounds, he's, like, died really early for his team, and that just doesn't help him.
Interesting.
And, yeah, Rez is just getting all the sticks that you need to get.
It's 3v3 situation over. It could be all on here.
Yes, indeed. I think the thing about Spreek is he's now had to shift into a bit more of a passive role. He's sitting back on those double palms, and I saw him throw the smoke over, and Rez dicked in there, so bad luck to him. I think watching Killabyte as Rez picks up Bully there, lovely work now. The B push going nicely for the Rez. It is a 2v2, so evening the numbers now. Blood looking into Cap, trying to get those tags, but Zues getting away with murder there. Let's see if he can do a bit of his own now. Nope, Blood says no thank you, so have a seat, and it is Casey to try and carry the torch here for the EndZone guys. Now I'm looking at Killabyte scoping, guys, and his flicks are over exaggerated. Last 2 shots he's pulled, he tried to take Sammy this round from the metal stairs. He tried to take one on statue last round and one inside the ruins, and his flicks are way over exaggerated. It's just, I don't know what he's doing. He must think it's working for him. But look at the score. You know, 8 and 17. He's a good player. We all know it, but his sense is not doing him any justice right now. But the bomb is down over at the B side now. Cakesy forced to push in that direction. We do have 2 stiff players holding it down nicely. Blood sitting out by the petrol car, and Rez sitting in a little bit of a randy spot in spawn. Pretty decent. Going to keep himself out of trouble now. As Cakesy comes straight up the guts. Going to check all the spots. Going to raise the alarm to his presence now, and Rez will snap him up there. Lovely work. And now we are seeing some attack rounds being won by SYF. I think that's 3 on the trot, RC, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and it's some good work as they're doing it too. But I'm starting to see why you guys are calling the offensive side, and I think Spreek's the example. Just something that Savage said a few seconds ago is that you get more freedom on the offensive side. You know, you've got to be much more structured on a defensive side. And this map, with structure in place on the defensive side, when you stuff up that structure, you screw it for the rest of the defence, and they all of a sudden have to rotate, and in the meantime you can be really aggressive from an offensive point of view, and that's kind of where I see this map is starting to play into the hands of the offensive side. But so I guess what I'm saying is I can understand what you're saying. I still don't agree with it 100%, but I can understand where you're coming from as Rez just takes out Zeus there. KB is the only man left. Sammy is roaming around, and I think Spreek's taken up the scope, so KB's running around with an AK, and I would be right. So KB just wandering around now, having a look around and trying to find a kill in through middle, and can't do so at the moment. He's still checking through to it. All the 3 players are right next to him. He's going to go to double palms and sit there. Blood is waiting for him, and it's not going to be needed because Sammy will scope him and take him down, and KB will be left languishing. 12 rounds to 10 on the Ozgamer scoreboard. We're starting to get towards the time of timeout skis. SYF happened, bro. They actually worked out how to play the offensive side here against EndZone.
I crashed at 10-8 and now it's 14.
Yeah, that's right. We are seeing the attack rounds being won for SYF here. You know, just quickly on a side note, Spreek still, I don't think he's fragged in the last few rounds there, so playing that passive role is is not working out from there, but ZYF there picks up Tato, Spreek as well, so looking a bit better for EndZone this round. We see 3v3 now, Spreek copying it heavily. Where is Spreek? He's picked up the scope now, taking it off his mate Killerbot, and he's going to try and do it some justice that his mate could not now. Oh, tries to get a Randy no-scope in the 3-door. There is a player, Blood, harassing it heavily now with the AK-47. There is a EndZone player at City Bins here, so the spread of EndZone guys is probably not to my liking really. We've got one at double palms, and that's ZYF. He's going to watch the castles. But look, we've got one at City Bins and one in scope building here, so they're not able to cover as effectively. They're just sort of quite spread on the outside. They're going to try and control A from the outside, like we saw Sushi did back in that bash and slash vid, for those that remember. That was actually pretty good there, but Spreek there onto Rez. So look at that, they're sitting back now. Players have to cross the street, and that's where they're going down now. So it is Andre. He is trapped in CAF, and Zeus just, you know, a couple of warbangs in, just preemptively. Flash going down, and Andre not copying any of it. I think that was his own flash, actually, so that would explain it. But there we go, Killerbot waiting for him now. Lovely work, KB. He's going to bring it back now, and it is 12-11, so EndZone getting that round, and not a moment too soon, RC. They've really got to put a stop to the momentum that SYF are building up.
Yeah, shout out to Pistol, who's saying SYF are gone, Spreek's got scope. So he's obviously got confidence in what this man, the Spreek, is doing. He's on your screen right now, spamming through smoke with the M4803 rifle in hand. He's got an extra an extra bullet in the chamber with this one going. Oh, he's being taunted by a player coming hunting. Blood grabs himself a kill as Rez takes out Spreek, and one or more has gone down to make it a 5v. Well, thanks for coming. Hands on the ground, and it's looking horrid as well, as SYF wipe the floor clean. EndZone left very much dead and buried. 13 rounds to 11 on the AusGamers scoreboard. Lots of work to be done here, Savage. Lots of work to be done.
Yeah, definitely. Quite a bit of work. Spreek, like, not seeming to get those killed that Pistol suggested he would.
Yes, well, he's picked up, I think he picked up one there, but nonetheless, Sammy there on the Killerbot. Bully on to Sammy. And yeah, it looks like the SYF crew have got the rounds, or the players against them, should I say now. Andre trying to just poke cap, trying to see if someone's going to cross for him, just, you know, try and get cheeky and push in, but that is not on the menu, ladies and gentlemen, because the EndZone guys are sitting back nice and well. Good one over now. Casey, couple shots into 3-door, couple tags on the Tato now, and he'll think twice about poking out again. Spreek also got the scope trained in on that 3-door. They're going to send in one after the Tato man as well. Bully will be the man to do the job. He's just got a bit of harassment there, and I don't know how he got Tato. Well, he did well, but really probably should have been Tato's frag there. Andre onto Casey, so we've seen that again. Andre onto the A-bomb now, and he's in all kinds of trouble, ladies and gentlemen. A bit of a fake, but he doesn't know there's one at Taps wall. When ZYF, should I say, got to get that right, come on. He's going to take his time to poke out from those wicker baskets and take the round. 13-12, RC.
Love your work. Yes, I don't know how ZYF wasn't even seen, but mind you, it's in that god-awful tog spot, wasn't it? So, you know, you don't exactly look there and expect a player to be there these days.
Oh, Croatian shot me straight through it the other night. Bastard.
13 rounds to 12 on the AusGamers scoreboard, ladies and gentlemen. EndZone grabbing a round back, and they'll be wanting to grab a few more as Sammy drops Bully on the rollout. And SYF's Blood getting himself into a good spot right up close, just next to the suicide bins. There's a player in behind them. ZYF is the man who'll get dumped, and Blood is going to... Oh, it's going to be a perfectly timed flashbang. He should be able to hammer a player here. He does so. It's going to be Spreek. That is fantastic work from the man who's been doing it for far too long. Tato's going to take out KB as Casey takes out Blood. And it'll be Sammy heading over to the bomb site. Cakesy still stands. Oh, a big tag on him as Cakesy fires some more from over suicide bins. He's really going to get himself stuck in a world of hurt here as a player comes at him from Sandbag's statue area. Oh, just managing to evade death again, Tato. He is absolutely suffering, but he's still standing. Cakesy starts to make a push now.
Good idea. Yeah, push the Deagle.
That's not clever.
Fantastic idea.
That's not clever. 13 rounds turns into 14, and SYF getting very much closer to that target to get themselves to land.
Yes, indeed, Miller, mate. What are your thoughts now? SYF piling on the rounds. You know, why is that happening? Is it because of that bias, and what do EndZone need to do to bring it back?
I don't think they should have swapped Spreek off of AK, to be honest. I know KB wasn't doing well, but Spreek was getting 2 down a round.
Yep. No, you're spot on there, and Spreek's been doing okay, 33 and 18, but he's not going to hit that 40 we might have thought. Yeah, you're right. There isn't that hold. I guess now with the sides changing over, EndZone sitting back a bit more. There's no push into three. Get into three door. We saw what Casey was doing before. It works on both sides, guys. Come on, Bully and Casey, last two standing. Tato in all kinds of trouble now on the A statue. We got one sitting in that typical spot there next to those wicker baskets. EndZone absolutely loving the G spots now. They know they need every round they can get from here on in. Tato cops it right to the face, goes down. Oh, like a $2 hooker there. Bully with a couple taps from a double par makes it 14-13 on the Ozgamer scoreboard, Darcy.
That was the needle thread AK that shot there from Bully. That is was pretty impressive, but very much stratted. Nerdy as shit. But full credit to him. He pulled it out when he needed to. 14 rounds to 13, as Uber says on that Ozgamer scoreboard. Quick look at it. Spreek is 33 and 19. He's going very, very well, but his teammates have picked up around him. Zues 18 and Cakesy with the 17. It's a 4v3 situation there as a player goes down in the background. That was Bully just taking out Rez. KB has already been done over by a nade from Andre, and Spreek just dropping his own teammate. That's not going to help the situation as Zues just took out Andre. So Zues gets dumped, and it's going to leave Cakesy and Spreek still standing. Tato finds it funny, but I don't think he'll be finding it too funny if his team still manages to lose this round. Cakesy's still standing. Spreek has all the pressure in the world. He's got his opposition scope giving him grief from somewhere, and he can't work out where, and he's going to have to go right back to spawn to avoid getting downed. There he is. He's found him. He's in behind somewhere. He still hasn't actually found him, has he? He still hasn't quite got where he is. Sammy is hiding behind that back pillar just in front of the bakery. Shot goes down, and Tato then will take out Spreek. So bad luck to him. Match points, 2 of them up their sleeve here. SYF Gaming, and it'll be a very tense couple of rounds.
Yes, there's Sammy doing his job there, just baiting Spreek while Tato set himself up a double bin. Really, the trap closed, and a nice play from SYF now. We're going to see Sammy push straight into Captain. The rest of his team only now just crossing the street. We're like 15 seconds in the round, but that's okay. Killerbot picks up Tato. Sammy, lovely work onto Casey there. So he's managed to effectively neutralise that A defense there. We does see a head on the statue, and that is Zues picking up Andre now. Zues living dangerously now. He's up on top of the garage wall. The blood goes down, so crucial play from Zues inside of A. That's really made all the difference this round. I'll tell you that for free. Don't even have to pay me for it. How good's that? But now Sammy's sitting in cap, trying to get some sort of shots in some sort of direction, and Zues will add to his tally. Lovely lift from the man, legitimate or not. Crucial frags for the EndZone, guys, and that puts this game in a bit of jeopardy. He only one match point in hand for SYF, RC.
Yeah, 1 match point, but the big round before we hit OT. So here comes Zues with the rollout nade. He goes deep and then backs out down towards the little corner alleyway there. I'm not sure why he'd be backing down there, but nonetheless, as I watch Spreek looking down the main road, he's just checking to see where players are heading as he hears a bit of noise over the back. So he's got KB over in that direction from memory, yes, and KB's just over there. Nade goes up, KB having a few taps at the player inside of Flower by the looks, and not quite able to take him down at this stage. KB gets out on the wall, takes him down. Good pick to kick as well. It was Sammy who goes down, so the scope is gone. Spreek takes out Rez as Rez took out KB. Tato takes out Zues, so it'll be a 3v3 situation with the A side a little bit too open for the liking of EndZone here. SYF has 3 players coming towards them. That's good work from Spreek. He's on song tonight as somehow Blood takes out Cakesy, just unloading the 74U clip, and that short arm AK coming into its good effect with the rapid rate of fire on top of the player.
Spreek.
Oh, here we go. Andre and Spreek toe-to-toe. Bully backing his teammate, takes him down, and then...
That is crucial.
Big B1G, massive. Absolutely huge. 28 kills for Rez, but 36 for Spreek, as Sammy 23 and a couple of 19s in there for the SYF players. But overall, very evenly matched, and obviously that's why the score is 15 rounds apiece at the end of regular time. Impressive.
Yes, indeed. We're approaching midnight in the eastern states at the moment. This has dragged on a long time, but hey, you know, what can we say? It's the game we love. It's the game we love to hate sometimes, but also a game we love to watch now. And these two teams are not disappointing. No siree, Bobby Jr. The EndZone guys that were crucial last few rounds there. Thought it was all but gone, but lovely work from Zues in that second to last one, and then Bully pulling out those 2 frags out of his hat in those last few seconds, and you know, he's been relatively quiet all game, but that was a big lift, and that was all it took for EndZone to get over the line there. So the players just setting themselves up bit of sucking about people wanting to go to bed. Well, you know, this is what they sign themselves up for when they go up against teams at this level, RC.
Well, the other side of it is, you know, and it's been said, and I think it was actually you that said it, Miller. How much do teams really want to go and try and pick up a part of $12,000? I don't think there's much more incentive.
What's half an hour sleep?
If you can't step up for half an hour to get your share of 12 grand, then I'm sorry, you piss off to sleep. Yeah, go on, go home, because that's where you deserve to stay.
Yeah.
Jeepers creepers. You know, it's harsh, but it's completely fair.
We're just about everything.
It's absolutely fair. So that's how it rolls, ladies and gentlemen. And that is exactly how it's going to roll here in this first overtime. Of course, just to remind you, this is the NVIDIA Gear Up for Battle competition. The two teams here fighting for that final remaining berth. They will be joining, and I'm going to go off the top of my head here. Let's see how I go. Vox Eminor, because Miller's in here with me. Frenita Correa, because I'm here. Fighting for freedom, because we kicked out Ecstasy before. Mind Freak, because they've rocked on through. That's 4.
Come on, boys.
That's
Come on.
4. Come on. Hang on. I'm going to get this. I'm going to get this. Shit. I'm going to get this. Somebody
Come on,
help
it's
me.
not that hard.
I know. And it's going to be, who just won? Climax Crew. They got in through on the dodgy and in the pool. Exile 5, of course. And then the last berth was just won just a little while ago. And it's...
It wasn't RC, you just got
Shush!
it.
Shush, Miller! Shush! Shush! Mecca! Yes!
Impressive.
There we go.
From head admin.
Those are the 7 teams, ladies and gentlemen. And oh my god, it's exciting. Miller, is it exciting? Are you excited?
Get off attack, RC. Get off attack.
Oh shit.
Get off attack.
I'm on attack. Whoopsie. My bad. I was helping them. It's just spectating anyway. What does it matter? Anyway. Wondered why I had different layout on my screen. Shit happens. It's back to 0-all. Uber, take it away. I'm just going to go and hide in the corner.
Yeah. No worries, man. I think RC just subconsciously trying to live out all those games of COD he's watched. Trying to put them into practice there, but we do see SYF getting pretty well romped in the early stages of this round. Bully continuing the domination on the res here. Blood picks that one up, I believe, out of cap now, but look at Zeus. Just going to poke his head in now, see what he can see, like a bit of a meerkat coming out of his hole there. Blood, oh, that killer Blood, that's what we like to see now. Blood sitting in A, he's managed to thwart the A push, and that's important for SYF now. They can sit back, we've lost Kill, so Killerbot and Bully going down, if I'm not mistaken. 2 AKs, I don't know if Killerbot's still scoping now, and the SYF guys still have their 2 SMGs, maybe, yes, no, or whatever, I don't give a crap. Spring pushing into 3-door there, he's going to grab that AK because we know he wants it.
Yeah,
Casey onto Blood, Tato on a Casey there. Tit for tat work inside of A, but Tato will sit on the bomb now and wait for EndZone to make their move. Zeus just expecting someone to be on statue, but that is not where you should be looking. On the A bomb is the Tato man just waiting. Spreek's going to try and get the entry frag here, pushing quite a long way down, and just trying to see if he can see a head poking on that bomb side. No idea that Tato's behind the bomb. Good work from the Tato man. He's got to keep his head down now and wait. Sammy got the cross. He sees him poking. Sammy cakes that shot, and that's not what he wanted to cake. Now Tato goes down on the bomb, and Zeus is on it, ladies and gentlemen. Not good news there, Sammy. That was probably one of the most crucial shots of the game. And Zeus will get the bomb down while Spreek takes down Sammy. Tut. That was unfortunate there for Sammy, but it's just not going to do the job. Devastating.
I'll just put up the top. Overtime 1. Let's see if that updates. There we go. There we go. Whoops. And I've got it around the wrong way. Apologies. I'll swap that round in just a second, ladies and gentlemen. As Rez explodes a car bomb and Killerbot will go down. Blood takes out the Bully. Andre takes out Zeus. This round will be over before it's begun as far as EndZone's concerned. They have been absolutely defensed up here. And the 2 remaining players stuck out the back of Mechanics and 1, in fact, in Courtyard with the bomb down in the main road. Spreek gets himself across with an AK to at least bolster his arsenal that he needs to effectively pull off somewhat the impossible task here in a 5v2 situation with a teammate who is stuck in a god-awful spot. Spreek copping all sorts of hits, can't hit a barn door in any shape or form with those no-scopes, and really just trying his luck in many different ways to make me shout my tits off, but it will not be the case. He'll go into 3-door now and he'll get done over as he does so. Blood will grab his 3rd for the round, and in fact his 2nd for the round, I should say, and that will be Cakesy to try and pick up the last 4. He'll grab 1, and the rest is just inevitable, I think, at this stage. So, let's talk about overtime, Miller. Does everything go out the door for overtime, or do you actually come back and have a think about it?
Everyone plays a lot more passive. Honestly, the team that sticks to what they were doing earlier generally wins. The team that gets scared and starts playing more passive, like Steph said when they were there was 3 bottom mech for half the round. That's just so useless. There's nothing you can do from there.
Thank you. I dislike bottom mech with a passion. Ubit, take it away. 1 round apiece on the Game of Scoreboard.
No one should play it ever.
Yeah, bottom mech. Well, I get stuck there a lot. I mean, I try to work cap and then your team goes down and shit happens, but yeah, definitely. Yeah, some teams, I guess they tend to try and be more aggressive, but every round is worth so much more here, and that's really ringing true now as Bully just hangs on to the last vestiges of his health, but Sammy will take him out there. And what were you going to say, Mel? Sorry, me.
4 of them back mech doing nothing.
Yeah, good times.
They're gonna orchestrate a push. Get into 3-door. Okay, this is my catch cry for tonight. Get the fuck into 3-door. They're really gonna do that now. Rez working his way in. You know, the attacking side need to get into 3-door. They need to control mid street. If it gets taken off them, you're gonna see this. You know, players can't get into A and they can't get into mid street because the 3-door player, then they stack mech. That's what happens. We're seeing it here, and you know what? It's just a war of attrition, a matter of time. You know, the guys are just going to get whittled away bit by bit. It is really hard to work around out of cap. We may see it here. Zues now coming out over statue there, straight out of nowhere. But Blood says, "Look, mate, a bit too spastic for my liking. I'm going to have you to take a seat." And Casey now last man standing. So this is prime example of how not to push A. Casey now stuck outside of bottom mech, and Rez will pick him up there from 3-door. Control mid-street, control the map. End of story. 1-2 it is, coming on to half-time. And I think SYF 2-1, RC.
Yeah, interesting. 2 rounds to 1 on the Game of Scoreboard with those 2 going to SYF. I just don't know. I looked at that whole round and I was disgusted, so I turned away because it was just that disgusted, the amount of mechanical bullshit going on. Stupidity? Go on, tell me.
Do you know what changed? Well, the reason why they got the attack rounds was Spreek, AK in wide B.
Yeah.
And he dropped that, and because he was wrapping around wide B and controlling that mid street from Butcher.
But still.
And then they changed that, and now they got no mid control,
really?
and they
Come
can't
on.
even push mid.
Fucking, it's just seriously the number. I've called a lot of games where I've seen players go top mechanic, and it's probably worked 1, maybe 2 times out of 100. You know, I'm not even kidding.
You can play 1 top mech.
Yeah, but you have to have players in hand.
Rounds.
These guys are going up there with no freaking advantage. They've got player disadvantage.
Yeah, no, you
they're
can't.
going up there. You can't do it. You can't play mechanics. It's makes me mad. 5 on 2 situation.
I agree with that.
EndZone has the bomb in hand. Has the player advantage with the bomb in hand with Andre, and he also has a carbine. That's another thing you shouldn't play. Savage, are you with me?
Fucking idiot, that's what he is.
Yeah, you don't use a carbine, especially when you're really in important rounds. 2 rounds.
To be fair, he always uses that gun, man.
Yeah, I don't care. Don't.
That's just such arrogant play if you get
My
that gun.
computer's about to crash again.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. BL. Old that Miller with his dodgy
Hard as
computers. Oh,
So I
dear.
think while we make sure RC gets his hug, we're going to see Sammy now pushing into top of the Flowers building. Yeah, I think they've spent any more than 4 seconds poking top mech. It's too long. I've seen Serials play an excellent Overwatch role with top mech with the AK though. It is viable, but definitely not when you're down players. You're just basing. No need to spend more than 6 seconds up there. But Spreek there, he's got the scope in hand again. He's mixing it up, and he's picked up Rez there. So it is a 3v4, trying to bring it back for the SYF guys because it is a 2v2 situation now. We see Bully and his old mate Spreek there, just sitting on the same palm, you know, holding hands and just having a chat. Oh yeah, you know, see anything? No, I don't see anything, man. They're a Killerbot coming through connected, taking down Sammy and Blood. He's just trying to hold down that A. He's pushed on the double palm and Bully goes down. Tato, crucial frag there, and Spreek, the last man standing. He will go down in due course as well and have a look at this SYF with 1 match point in hand. This could be it, RC. This could be it.
You can hear Ricky Martin singing "Do You Really Want It," and that is exactly how it's going to be playing because right now, EndZone really got to pick up. And here we rock and roll. So Blood Nade is a good one. It's going to take out Bully. That's probably a pretty good frag to pick up. KB's going to go down. He hasn't done too much, so they won't be too worried about this. But Zues's nade is a good one to take out a good player as well. Blood. So all these players have come to blows, and in the end it'll be 4v3 situation. Andre's going to put himself out of the game as he goes top mech, and player goes hunting down bottom mech from EndZone here. He's going to go and grab one. It's going to be Zues. He takes out Tato, and he's pushing quite happily in through the back of Cap. Zues Rez takes out Sammy, it's going to be the Zeus show, as he's also going to get, Cakesy's going to get down, so it's going to be a 2v2 situation. Spreek still stands, he's got the scope in hand as he looks over towards 3-door. There's
What
nobody
are
over
you
there,
doing,
Val.
Andre?
There's Zeus has gone inside a cafe now, so he has taken up a regular position after causing so much havoc out the back of Mech. So Andre is the player that is sitting down the bottom of Mech right now, just sort of chilling, watching somewhere where nobody actually is, and in the form of 3-door. Rez is coming. Oh, Spreek, big. Oh no, not quite a big tag. It was a half tag onto Rez from down the back of the road, and now they're both going to push in. So it's going to be Zeus into his own here. Come on, Zeus, you can pick it up, son, and take it to second overtime. Oh no, he can't. He fails miserably as Rez jumps perfectly at the right time, and now the big shots have to come out from Spreek. He's got. It could be a time issue here as the plant goes down. No, it was just not quite deep enough from the Spreekmeister. He's found one. Andre gets the bomb down. He comes crawling, and it's going to be in favour of SYF. They will take it in overtime, 4-2 on the OzGamers scoreboard, and only just do so. Well, not going to lie. That's pretty damn close. Pretty damn close.
Yeah, it was. It was. I think, look, Zeus, it didn't look like Rez pre-fired into the right side of Caf when he was coming through. He wasn't looking there straight away, but Zeus just caught with his pants down. He was in a good spot. Possibly could have considered going to a different spot, maybe like that taps wall behind those bins. But he'd done it a few times that game, so it could have been predictable. But he sat in Caf, and that's fine. But you need to be quick on the trigger finger there. And as soon as he went down, I knew it was done, because Spreek, as good a player as he was there, with the pressure coming down, the SYF guys were absolutely determined to get the bomb down, and it really was all over from there. So really, all I can get out of that one is, okay, look, don't get me wrong. All those listening out there who've played many more years of COD and many more hours of COD than me might smirk at this, but the fact of the matter is, on this map, mid-street is just a key part of it. You can control it by pushing the 3-door, you can control it by wide flanking and coming up on city bins and controlling it, but you need to do that, because otherwise you will get trapped in mech if the A defense is good. If their A defense is good, you just won't be able to push us.
You had me at SYF 1, bro.
Yeah, SYF 1, by the way.
Is that what I missed?
Yeah, SYF 1, bro. 4-2.
4-2, SYF 1.
Tower's going to be very happy. He goes, any team with KB at land, I'm not coming.
Oh dear. Well, shout outs to SYF indeed, and they've done some magnificent work this evening to get themselves into that position. They were dominant in their pool in terms of the score lines that they put up against the teams that came up against them, and of course they have been successful here this evening. So, they get the benefit of, and they'll be attending a big event, and that's pretty much GG to them. I have to say that maybe some of the attitudes of the EndZone players were probably their downfall as well. So, that's shit. That's life. It happens. But ultimately, final thoughts, Miller.
A little bit disappointed in SYF in their performance tonight. I thought that, and everyone thought on the forums, it was a free ride to land for them, and they almost lost.
Yeah, well, they've got a lot of work to do, don't they? That's pretty much the simplicity of it.
They got 2 weeks, and they've got to work hard.
I know. They recently went up against Frenetic Ray before their game the other night, a game the other night, and yeah, let's just say they've got some work to do, but. That's how it rolls, and those guys will be keen to make an impact on the weekend's affairs. It's just 2 weeks away. In fact, 16 days.
2 weeks, us.
It's 2 weeks, bro, and then you are dead. Savage, final thoughts?
I really reckon that last round you're gonna have to give it up to. He should have had that easy kill, but he just couldn't.
Yeah, you could give it up to a lot of things, couldn't you? But Zeus, he made an impact earlier on in the round, and then he missed out on the easy one, which literally came walking in the door to him. So he could have actually picked up a +10 off those, because they were literally right behind each other. So that's the way the cookie crumbles, and we could have been watching another OT right now, but we're not. And that's shit. It just goes and happens and stuff. Final thoughts, Uber, and then we'll rock out.
Look, a good game played by all. Spreek there, his dominance in the early rounds was really what allowed EndZone to get those attack rounds that they needed, but they fell away on defense. They, their mentality kind of changed. They could have done a similar kind of thing to what they did on defense. On attack, sorry, and I know I'm harping about Mid Street, but they were bunching up a little too much there on double palms there. The last few rounds, Zuez did start to, just casually actually notice that no smokes up at all, and Zuez casually walks into bottom mech in one of the rounds. I thought it was quite funny. Think of that what you will, but I think just the they needed to just control the map a bit more, be a bit more assertive on defense. You can't play too passive, but good game. SYF. Again, I think I called EndZone to win that one, but as I was thinking about it and started watching, I kind of changed my mind. SYF should have come away a bit more, but shouts to Rez, good play, and Spreek, always a pleasure to watch that, and of course, always a pleasure to be in the casting box with RC Miller and Savage. It's been an absolute hoot, gents.
Well done, that man. Well done. It is, of course, always a pleasure to have you along with us.
RC question.
Oh, okay, go on.
Before you end, who's going to win NVIDIA?
Frenetic
And
Ray.
why? Realistic answer?
Frenetic Ray.
My big boys.
Realistic answer?
I see what you did there, Josh. Oh,
I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
hey, Josh, I've got this good joke for you, man. Foxy Manor.
Right on cue.
Honestly,
There it
you
is.
said all night.
Oh dear, ladies and
I'm
gentlemen,
so confused.
ladies and gentlemen, it is all fun and games, and that's exactly how it's going to be at the event in Melbourne. Ibis Land Centres, where all 8 teams are now going to be heading. I'm not going to rattle them off again. Instead, you can head over to the forums. The announcement will go up in due course once we have formally gone out to all those 8 teams to ensure that they will be able to attend. It is, of course, an invitational. Now that we have the team sorted out, we then go to them and say, hey, you want to come? And they say, yep, we can make that for freaking sure, and that's when we know that we've got the 8 teams that we want to have at the LAN. So congratulations to all 8 of them. They have put in the work over the many years as well as the last few months to get to the places they have, and the Melbourne event will be a big one. The open LAN registration, for the thousands of you that have been asking me, Sunday night, ladies and gentlemen, Sunday night. I'll be back from going away for a break on Sunday afternoon. I'm having a break before I go away to Singapore next week, and then we're over in Melbourne for a big weekend the following one. So it is going to be a pretty hectic couple of weeks. If you are in and around, then you'll be wanting to head on over to Melbourne to have a look at that, because the event itself is going to be pretty damn good, as well as the fact that you have 40 of the best and more, because there's a certain entourage coming. And I'm not even kidding. For example, Frenetic Ray have got myself obviously going, but also Skippy will be along there, so that is fantastic to have. And he'll be joined. We've obviously got our crew. Savage is going to be there, and with the Fighting for Freedom guys, and obviously doing a bit of bits and pieces in the background for us. Grumpy's going to come along. Miller, who have you got in your entourage?
Well, there's a few old vets going to show up.
There we go.
Terra, Ringwraith. A few of those boys want to head down. ND's going to be there.
So it is literally, it is a fantastic affair to have so many vets, players who have been come and gone in various shapes and forms. It is certainly going to be an event to be at. We can't harp on about it for long enough, because we'll save it for later in the week. Make sure you stay tuned to gearupforbattle.com. There'll be media bits and pieces in terms of interviews with the players, the teams, and everything like that coming through over the course of the next 2 weeks. And thank you in advance to all those players who will be doing those. And also thank you in advance, of course, to the teams who will be keen to rock on down for the open competition, because it's without you guys that we won't be able to at least have a little bit of interest from all over the place. It's going to be a huge weekend. We can't go on about it anymore. I will have to sign this one off. NVIDIA Gear Up for Battle tournament is coming in 2 weeks' time. It has been a pleasure to bring you the online qualifiers along with the people alongside me. In particular, I've got to say a huge shout out to Savage. He has been an absolute stalwart for coming along when I have literally called him at the 11th hour, and I've got to say a big thank you to him. Also, always a thank you to Uber. He'll be at LAN, ladies and gentlemen, shoutcasting some of the best games with some of the best peeps and some of the best action you will find. Miller will be there doing his thing. Ecstasy will be there. Shout out to him for being mad and feeling and burning. And and I'm going to quote this. Whenever you ask me to cast again, you know what my response is. Quotation marks. Get Miller. Close quotation marks.
Decent cast.
He is so
He
mad.
was tripled when Ecstasy left.
He mad. He actually mad. Ladies and gentlemen, my name's Arcee Nims. It has been Savage and Uber and Miller alongside me for this evening's affairs. We've got to throw a shout out to OzGamers for all the latest news, reviews, downloads for both PC and console. OzGamers.com is where you want to head. NVIDIA. Gearing us up for battle. Gear up, game on is the way that it goes, and that's exactly what we'll be doing. The GeForce GTXs are being installed at Ibisc Land Centre in Melbourne, and they will be running some COD at incredible frame rates with some of the best gaming gear that we can find. Everybody will be there with their sponsors in tow, and it'll be a big shout out to our sponsors in the form of NVIDIA and Gigabyte, who are providing the goodness that everybody will be playing on at the Ibisc Land Centre indeed. That is pretty much it from all of us. It has been fantastic to present this to you. My name is Arcee Nims. Uber alongside me. There's Savage. There's Miller. Thanks very much. We'll catch you next time here on GameStar.
Catch me playing with mine. 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 Catch me playing with mine.